guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So today we're doing the first day of concealer week, you guys. 5 days of nothing but concealer reviews, try-ons, full day wear tests, and it's gonna be really fun. This is the first time that I'm doing this here on my channel. I usually do foundation week where 7 days I try foundation, but this is the first time that I'm doing concealers in that way, where it's like in a row. Get nothing but concealer reviews from me, so I decided to go with 5 so I can kind of check it out, feel the waters. One of you guys told me to do this. You guys loved my foundation week and you wanted me to do that with concealer. And I never thought to do concealer reviews. I don't know why I never did. I test out a lot of concealers, but I never actually do a review or a wear test on them. So today's the first day, and I'm really excited. So if you don't want to miss out on the concealer week, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell so you're notified of all my videos. Today's day 1, tomorrow's gonna be another video, and then the next day, and the next day, and the next day, for 5 days. Cinco concealers, 5 days. So make sure you're subscribed. Also, give me a like if you want me to continue this series and you really like it, so give me a like so I know. Okay, so today we're trying out a new concealer. This is the e.l.f. Full Coverage 16-Hour Camo Concealer. And I don't know why I can't get my stuff together. Get together. Okay, I have 3 shades. I have one that hopefully will match my face. I have one that will match my under eye, and I have one to contour with as well. So this is what we're gonna be doing. I'm gonna be looking at the website and seeing what e.l.f. says the concealer should do. I'm going to be applying it on my face. I'm going to be wearing it throughout the day. We're going to see together how it wears, and at the end we'll kind of talk about whether this concealer actually is worth it, whether it's good. I'm going to rate it, and we're going to talk about if it actually does what e.l.f. says this concealer is supposed to do. That's what we're doing today. So yeah, let's just get started. The e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer. So I do have normal to dry skin. If you're wondering what foundation match me, I'll put a link down below. So if you're trying to figure out if we're around the same shade, check below in the description box. So I got this from Ulta. It's online only. It is very, very new. It is $5. This concealer is only $5. There is 18 different shades. It says the e.l.f. Cosmetics most full coverage long wear formula ever. Camouflage those pesky spots and under eye circles with this high coverage, crease resistant 16-hour wear camo concealer. This creamy, dreamy formula glides on to help conceal dark circles and blemishes, and can also be used to highlight and contour the face. I will use a brush on my face just to see, but just so you're aware, sponge or fingers is what it's suggesting you to try it with. Okay, so I got the shades, what is this one? Deep Olive for my contour shade, because I am olive, and so I did want to try that, and I think it's gonna be deep enough. For my face, I got Tan Sand, which looks like it's pretty much going to match me. And then for underneath the eyes, I got Light Beige. I have the hardest time finding concealers to match my face, and concealers that are light enough but not too light for underneath my eyes. And these look like they're probably gonna be really, really good. Like, for the Tarte Shape Tape, I got Light Medium Honey, and it looks white underneath my eyes, so I'm not the best at that, but I think I did good this time. So let's bring you guys in super close, and we're gonna get started with applying everything onto my face. Okay, so it doesn't say that it's a hydrating concealer, it just says that it's a dreamy formula. It's supposed to be crease resistant, and I do crease underneath here. My under eyes are dry, and I do have dry to normal face. I do have blemishes, and this is mostly bruising, and I do have a dry patch right here. I'm not gonna lie, I never really like e.l.f. concealers. I think that they're terrible, but this one is new, and it looks like it's gonna be legit a good concealer. It's not super thin, and it's not super thick. It reminds me, it's like the same size as the why do I say Shape Tape? This is the same size as the Tarte Shape Tape, like the same size aroundness. It's just the handle's not so long. It's a little shorter, just in case you're wondering. Alright, so I'm going to start out with applying a primer all over the face. This is the Too Faced HangoveRX primer, and I know how this one works, so that's why I'm gonna use this for the entire concealer week. So just to give me a little bit of something on my skin, because I am breaking out and stressed and my skin is dry. Okay, so I'm gonna start with this one all over the face, which is Tan Sand, and we're gonna see how it conceals. So I'll do the brush on this side of the face. Okay, seems like it's a little, or a sponge on this side. Definitely has some coverage. I mean, you can see it pretty much covered that up. I'm gonna just use whatever's left on my nose and everywhere else so the color can be the same, because my face is lighter than my neck, but it does match my neck really well. So if you want something to match and you're on my same skin shade, this one might be a good one. This is nice for like, if you like to wear it instead of foundation. I love that on light days. And I'll just dot a little bit around the face to give me the same color, but I'll go just heavy where I need coverage. I do think it's full coverage. I do think that they're right. Or a high, at least a high medium. Like if you have dark spots like I do. Okay, so that's the sponge side. It looks nice. Looks like you have to kind of work a little bit fast with this concealer. But it looks nice. It doesn't look drying. That's this side of the face. So I'm gonna go in now. On this side, it is a really smooth formula, I'm noticing. And I'm gonna try a brush. And it spreads quite easily. I can still see my darkness a little bit here, so I'm going to add a tiny bit more there. It feels really, really, really lightweight. And it hasn't sunk into my lines when I put a tiny bit up there, which is good. So I'm thinking around the eyes when I have, where I have a ton of little lines. Yeah, I like it. I'm liking it so far. It's nice. Alright, so that's my whole face. I like it with a brush and a sponge. I think it's nice. So that's my whole face with just concealer. And it feels very, very lightweight, and I think this is a good shade match for me. So let's go in with the light beige underneath the eyes. And I love the packaging. It's not terrible. It's nice. I'm gonna do one line so I don't do too much. Yeah, you gotta work fast with this concealer. I should have just done one eye at a time. Because it pretty much sets really quickly. It makes it hard to blend out here. I left this on way too long. Yep. It definitely blends out faster with a brush. Okay, I'm gonna add a tiny bit more. It's like it sinks right into the skin, and I'm gonna add a tiny bit of this one because it seems like it's really light. If you're my skin shade, you can probably go one shade darker underneath the eyes if you want, because this is pretty white, like light. I mean, it's brightening. It pretty much like self sets. Like I don't, as I'm touching my face and touching my under eyes, I don't think I need to set this, and it hasn't creased or gotten into my fine lines like underneath my eyes, and I'll show you guys in just one second. So that's pretty dang cool, and it doesn't look cakey. It does have a lot of coverage and it looks really nice on the skin, so that's kind of like really exciting. So I'm gonna contour now with the Deep Olive. Looks like it's a beautiful color, so let's try that. And hopefully, since it's a concealer, it will also like conceal that area even more. Whoa. Yeah, maybe I put a little bit too much. Yeah, I think I put a little bit too much. Adding extra coverage and it's blending out beautifully. And I like that it's super warm and olive looking. I feel like it looks more natural that way. And I like using concealer to contour with whenever I have like breakouts right in that contour area, because it doesn't look dark, it just covers. Like it looks nice. It's not clinging to my dry patch, which is really good, because I was worried about that. So that's my whole face contoured. It's like warm, so it's like a contour and it bronzed a little bit, which is nice. So it looks really good, and you can see like underneath my eyes, it's looking really good. Okay, so I'm gonna finish the rest of my makeup and then I'll be back in. So I finished the rest of my makeup, and I did want to kind of set one of the sides and just see the difference that it makes. So I used my CoverFX Perfect Setting Powder just on this side, right underneath here. And I do think that it kind of smoothed it out a tiny bit, but honestly, I think that I didn't even need to set it, because the other side looks really good. My face looks really good. I didn't set it at all, and it kind of sets itself and it sinks into the skin. It reminds me so much, I don't know if you've tried this foundation, HD Liquid Coverage Foundation, where it sets and it kind of sinks into the skin and it kind of like locks and like sets, and it feels and looks like skin. It doesn't look like powdery or anything like that. That's how this concealer reminds me. Not in the consistency, because it's like creamy and almost moussey, but just in how it sets and how it looks on the skin. So I love it all over the face, and it's super light. I didn't use that much all over the face. I just kind of used some where I had my blemishes, and I think it's nice. It's nice because it's one of those concealers that whenever you use all over your face, it still gives you maximum coverage and it still looks beautiful and flawless. So if you're someone that likes to wear concealer all over your face for like light concealer, light foundation days, but you still want coverage, this is going to give you that, because it's really light, but it just smooths your skin out. It doesn't accentuate any fine lines. It doesn't accentuate any pores or anything like that, which is really nice. And underneath the eyes, it's not too drying. I feel like it was like borderline. It was the mattest formula you're gonna find that isn't drying, because a lot of matte formulas I just can't wear. I can't wear the Tarte Shape Tape. It's too drying underneath my eyes. And I can't wear the Revolution Conceal and Define. Like, I can barely wear this if I mix this in with something else. This one is still a little bit too drying for me. So I feel like as far as dryness, there's this one that's like a perfect amount of, it sets, it's matte, it's gonna last all day. Then there's this one that's a little bit too drying for me, and then this one that's way too drying for me. So that's kind of like where it lands, if that even makes sense. So anyways, I'm loving it so far. We're gonna wear it all day long and see how it wears, because this is a drugstore concealer. I do need my coverage to wear. I don't want it to transfer. It's supposed to be budge proof. So I'll be checking in with you guys at the 5-hour mark, and then at the end of the night, kind of like how I do with foundations, and we'll bring you in close and we'll see how it looks, especially since I didn't set the concealer. So I'm really excited, you guys. It's turning out great so far. So I'll check in with you guys in a little bit. Okay, for those of you guys that are wondering if it oxidizes, here are the 3 shades and they've been kind of sitting on my arm. So I'm gonna go through and put a second swatch basically everywhere. And you can see that it does not oxidize. This one oxidizes a tiny bit. You can kind of see the difference here. Okay, so it's been about like 6.5 hours. Actually went past the 5-hour mark, and I thought I would show you guys up close what my face looks like, and also I'll also show you guys like in natural lighting what my face looks like. But for now, it looks so amazing. It looks so much better than a lot of foundations. Like, this makes me want to do this more often. Wear just this concealer. I am so impressed. It's ridiculous. And I'm impressed for 2 reasons. One, because it looks so stinking flawless and like my pores are completely erased. My skin looks so soft and even, like just the texture, it looks like porcelain skin, like really soft like that. Even where I'm breaking out, the texture is really minimized and it just looks really smooth. I see it cling a tiny bit with my dry patch, but I have to be super close to notice it. It also is not breaking down. It still looks really good, but like healthy and natural. And honestly, it looks so good underneath the eyes. I think that the side that I didn't set looks more flawless and less drying than the other side. The other side, I feel like when I set it, it kind of dried it out because it already was set. It was already at a matte state that was already kind of set into place. And I'm super impressed because it looks flawless for 1, and 2, it freaking is self-setting. I didn't need to set it, and how great would that be to not need to set it? And it doesn't get glowy, it doesn't break down, it doesn't actually crease. I have never tried a concealer that actually says that it is creaseless or that it sets itself and that it actually does that. Like, usually they say that, but you still like put a light layer of powder on, or it still kind of creases a little bit. Mine has settled into like my deep lines, but all my other little lines, it hasn't settled in and it hasn't creased in. So that's really amazing. On my forehead, it looks great. It still looks like it did when I first applied the concealer. Like, there is no coverage lost at all. It still looks really smooth and beautiful on top of the face, underneath the eyes. Just, I am so freaking impressed. Like, so impressed. Like, so impressed. And it's only $5. And I already got compliments for my face, like how flawless it looked, and the contour bronzer. I already got compliments, and I was like, it costs $5 and it's a concealer, girl. It's a concealer. I also did a flash test, so we'll look at that real quick. And there is no flash. You can see how underneath here it's lighter, but that's because I used a lighter concealer. But I don't notice there being any flash, which is great. And also in natural lighting, it looks amazing. It looks great. I feel like this looks great under natural lighting, under like bathroom lights, you know, just the regular house lights, and underneath these like big lights. So that's really a plus, and you can kind of see how it looks with natural lighting, how my skin looks. But so far, it's awesome. I'm gonna try to wear it for 12 hours. I can't wear it for 16 hours. I probably could have if I would have woken up earlier and tried this on, but I'll try to wear it for 12 hours and I'll check back with you guys at the very end of the night. Okay guys, so it's been like 14 hours and I thought I would check in here in my bathroom on my phone because I'm just a whole mess. It's been 14 hours, you guys, and I was watching a movie. My eyes started really killing because like I wear contacts. You can see like how red they are. Oh my gosh. And my eyes were like watering, and I thought for sure my concealer was gonna get ruined. But surprisingly, only like right here where I like rubbed at it, you know, swiped, but you can see like the other side looks good still. My face, like I usually, if I had foundation and something like that happened, or if I cried, I would get like cry marks on my foundation, and this is not doing it. Like you can see, it still looks really good. My like spots are still covered, and that's absolutely amazing. You guys, I give this concealer 10 out of 10 stars. It's really good for the price, for the coverage, for the amazing part that it's not drying on my skin is just so good, you guys. I really recommend it. It's awesome, and I'm really excited to continue to use it. I think I just scored big time on the first day one of concealer. It's absolutely amazing. I really love it, and it looks so good. It looks so good, and it's so lightweight. I just absolutely love it. Anyways, I'm sorry I'm ending the video on my phone, but that's just how it is. But come back tomorrow for another concealer video. It's gonna be really, really fun, you guys. And yeah, I guess that's it, you guys, and I guess I'll just see you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.